First of all, I want to thank you all for being here because I think the field hearings are one of my favorite things because we get to hear from folks across the country. Georgia and Oklahoma and West Virginia, and so I appreciate it that we get out of D.C. for a variety of reasons, but one of them in particular is being able to talk to folks that what we do in D.C. actually affects. And Mr. Heminger, I just wanted to talk a little bit about. I'm from Minnesota. Heavy ag district. I have about 100 miles of Canadian border on the northern part of my district. And, I know that Mr. Smith had mentioned USMCA, very concerned about the, the dairy enforcement. Now we've got the issue with the GMO corn from from Mexico. So very concerned that we actually do the enforcement that we're supposed to on that. And then Mr. Stubbe had mentioned about the competition. I was wondering if you could talk maybe a little bit about the workforce issues. You mentioned it, I think, briefly in your opening statements. You mentioned the H-2A. I think you mentioned E-Verify. In responding to one of the questions. Workforce is a huge issue, and particularly for the ag industry. And so I'm wondering if you could if you have any ideas, what can we do? Is there an answer through visas, immigration policy? What can we do that would make sense to open up that workforce shortage?
Thank you. An excellent question. First of all, we need a comprehensive immigration program that we have kicked down the road for over 15 years. And with that, we have to have a system that at least gives a green card to these people that are here and been working hard. We had a reasonable bill in front of the Congress here 6 months ago or so, and it failed again. That's where we need to start. The H-2A program, I've participated for 15 years, unbelievably bureaucratic. We got it a little bit simplified and some things coming along to make it a little more workable. And then in the last 2 years, it's gone just the opposite way. Their formula to figure out the wages is absolutely bizarre. We are priced now so that when I pay overtime on the $16.95 an hour in my greenhouses and cabbage operation, I am double my competitors in Canada's salary. Double. They don't have to pay overtime, and their foreign visa program is more in the $11 to $12 program. And keep in mind, on top of that, we pay. We have brand new housing for the people when they're here. We supply them with all their transportation, including to and from the store. And then part of the program is we pay all their transportation to and from Mexico. In Mexico, they make it an hour here as a day's wage there. And these people are wonderful. I have a few guys. I was only getting a handful 15 years ago. I have a number of them that are still with me. I have more than half my crew that have been with me around 10 years. And they are family to us now. And they come and our farm runs well. We need to embrace that program. It needs to be allowed to be more than just seasonal. Right now it's seasonal only. The dairies need an opportunity to be a part of that program to bring people here for multiple years. The training and technology on our farms today takes people that need to be trained, and it can take 6 months to train them. We are literally crippling our industry and making our industry have to seek these undocumented workers. It's just so frustrating. And enforce the trade agreements, and I have a very, very soft heart for the people that are being misused in other parts of the country. I'm glad that we heard that testimony today. And I believe with trade, we could help fix that as well. We need to support the American farmer, or we're only going to be growing corn and soybeans and wheat here. And nothing against my friend from Kansas. But if we want crops that take labor, we have to fix this. Otherwise, we're going to slowly just watch labor-dependent agriculture dwindle here in the United States. And it'd be foolish for us to continue to spend money on these enterprises if we're going to be exiting them.
Well, and thank you very much, and I appreciate that. It was very well said, and we'll continue to pursue what we can to make sure we get that workforce shortage dealt with. And I just want to say, I apologize. I have to leave early. I've got to get back to D.C. for another committee hearing. But thank you again all for being here. And with that, I yield back 2 seconds.
Thank you.